glorious, hot and ready mess in front of you, that can only mean one thing. It's Extra Innings with EP, home of the Cardinado. I got, believe me, this is all gonna make this up right here is gonna make sense by the end. By the time I'm done with this video, I'm talking about my scavenger hunt for the National, and I think it's gonna be this. I'm gonna have a blast. I'm not taking a ton of money with me as far as buying stuff, so I think I might have more fun doing this than I would just randomly spending money or spending money with a purpose even. This is gonna be a lot of fun. So I'm gonna go over, I have 4 sections for my scavenger hunt. The miscellaneous quests list, that is not gonna be revealed here. I'll reveal that after the National because there's some surprises in there, some fun stuff I believe. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna expand a little bit on our Wednesday show was talking about the cards we're looking for, and I'm gonna expand on that. I have 7 cards that are on my list, and I'm gonna get started with that. So first off, the 1976 Spider-Man is one that I don't have any props for, unfortunately. I mean, I obviously I can hold this up, which has a really cool Spider-Man card in it. I think it's card number 1 in the set, but that one I'm gonna probably have Mike maybe probably show up somewhere in here. I'm gonna give him one of the photos, show you guys what it looks like. But that's the card that, if any card I'm going to buy, that might be end up being the one. It's $15 to $25. It's in my price range, and the thing is, it might not be. I'm not sure if I'm going to find it. Like, there's not going to be a ton of probably non-sports stuff, and so if I can find one, cool. If not, eventually I'll probably try to pick one up at on eBay or ComC or something like that. So number 2 is the Find the Reggie autograph, and I do have props for this one. Of course, I have I have 2 unopened boxes, sealed boxes of 1990 Upper Deck Find the Reggie. This is the Find the Reggie high number series cards. The Find the Reggie is it's this card from one of the insert sets from that set, and it's this card but has an autograph on it and it's hand numbered, and I believe it is. I'm pretty sure it is known as the first autograph you could pack pull from any cards whatsoever. Reggie's my favorite player. I'm a huge Yankees fan, and so I feel like that's a card that I have to kind of pull, which is why I have 2 unopened boxes. And so, yeah. Anyhow, these cards sell for about $500. The autographs, which is, I mean, considering I want to say it's hand numbered to 5,000, 4,000, something like that. So it's relatively low print for back then. I believe they're actually they're not difficult to find, but there are only a few of them available on eBay from what I saw. So I do also have this one, which I'm not sure the genesis of where this came from. This was like a box topper or something. You can see there's the regular card next to it. But I do have one of these. I do love this card of Reggie, and I talked about it on the main show. It's got the 4 caps of the 4 teams he played for, and 3 images, including him with I can't think not the vintage, but the iconic swing, the iconic Reggie swinging out of his shoes. It's either hitting a home run or striking out, which is part of the reason why I love him. Loved his as a player. So the next one is the Ken Griffey Jr. Jersey autograph, which is supposedly the perfect jersey autograph, and I don't have anything even remotely close to that. I do have a couple patch autograph type cards. These are from Sweet Spot, and a lot of the people their autographs have faded. My Nate McLouth is still red. You can see I got a price sticker on there. It's one of the cards I put up for the show. Here's another one. This is Travis Snyder with the Team USA Pride of a Nation card from Signature Stars. A couple more Signature Stars cards here. Like, these are also ones Garrett Cole and Kevin Gossman. Kevin Gossman, there's got some dirt on the jersey. Like, I really want a cool Ken Griffey Jr. patch, like a Mariners patch. But if there's like a dirty jersey out there too, that'd be amazing as well. And here's this Manny Machado jersey auto from that same set. So yeah, so I mean, I'm just kind of like that would be cool to find that Griffey, the perfect Griffey in his Mariners uni with a Mariners uni patch and an autograph. Like, that would be really cool to see, take a photo of, maybe get a photo with. That'd be pretty awesome. I don't think there are a ton of them out there that fit all the criteria, so it'd be kind of a fun one to find. The next one, there's I think, there's a booth that has a T206, is going to have a T206 Wagner there. It might be PSA, or might be SGC, and you can get your photo taken with it. I'm not going to wait in line to get my photo taken with a card, but I might take a photo of people getting their photo taken with that card, because I want to like witness one and firsthand. So that'd be pretty cool. Then I want to find a sealed or unsealed box of 1990 Marvel. That's why I brought this out. The only Marvel that I've ever opened is this 1992 Impel Series 3, which I love that I opened up, I think 2 boxes of it. I think I had 3 boxes, sold 1 box, opened 2 boxes. Had a blast. I love Marvel cards, and I would love to see a 1990 box in person. I know Joe's opened multiple boxes. I've talked to him a lot about what the prices should be, this and that. It is way out of my price range, completely out of my price range. But I would still like to see one and kind of see what kind of price they have, and maybe even talk to them about what kind of price they could do on it, cash at the show. I'm probably gonna take $100 with me. I think that's what I'm gonna do. As far as like card money, like $100, and that is also probably my money for my table fees for 2 card shows in August. So if I don't spend that money, it's not the end of the world. If I don't spend only half of it, that's also not the end of the world. So anyhow, there you go. I also want to find a 1990 Topps cello box if I can. Now, I have an obsession with 1990 Topps. I just do. Like, here's a bunch of unopened cellos. There's a couple stacks of those. There is an unopened rack pack here. This is an unopened this is built box. Like this top of this is all chewed up, and you could tell that the packs were not from this original box. But they put together the full box there. So these are eventually going to be opened on the channel. Like, they're going to be open for probably for an Extra Innings or during a live stream or something like that. Like, I'm obsessed with 1990 Topps. I love the design. I'm also obsessed with the no name on front Frank Thomas. I remember for years and years looking in the Beckett and looking at that and seeing the NNO and wondering about that card, and finding out about that card and the history behind that card, and then me getting into my my field of choice, which was journalism, understanding how things are printed and understanding what happened with that card with the black plate or the black ink not being filled and stuff, and how rare that card is, and how there might not be any of those left in unopened packs. But if I can find a sealed box of Topps cello 1990 Topps cello cards, that might force me to go to spend my full $100. Like, I might actually do that. I think I paid $20 for this box at a card show, and I forget what I paid per pack on these, but I got these like super cheap as well. Like there's a ton of it out there. Obviously, the no name on front is the Chase card. There's a really cool Griffey Gold Cup card in there for sure, but the no name on front is really the Chase. And from what I've heard, the cello packs are the maybe the best way to get them. Like, I'm not sure. Listen, I don't know if that is true or if it's just a rumor or whatever, but the cello packs are like the supposedly the best way to find one if you're going to find one. So if I could get a whole box of these babies, that'd be cool. And of course, once I do open these, like I said, these are all going to be open on the channel at some point. I'm going to try to build a hand-built 1990 Topps set. I think that'd be a lot of fun to do in 2024 or 2025 whenever I do it, to build a 1990 set. Like, that'd be 1990 Topps set. That'd be really awesome. Last one for cards I'm searching for is a 1999 Finest baseball box. I was tasked on my work podcast with my buddy Rob. We do a podcast about cards on there, collecting cardboard, and he said, "So what's your favorite Finest?" 2024 Topps Finest. The details were released this week, and he was like, "What's your favorite Finest?" And I was like, "I think it's 1999." They had the same design across all the different sports, and there was something about the refractors too that there's just a killer shine on this. Again, I have a price on this that is probably maybe a little more than what it probably should go for at a 9. But also, I don't mind if it sits in my case and just looks pretty for a while. So I've sent out some offers on eBay too, and I'm not going low enough with it, just because it's just a banger of a card. So anyhow, if I could just see a box of 1999 Finest, and then obviously, I mean, I have to look at the price. The price is probably outrageous. Baseball might be affordable. Basketball is going to be outrageaous. Football might be relatively affordable too. I'll have to see. That might also, if I couldn't find a box of this, maybe I'll have to look at a box of 1999 Finest. I think that'd be fun to open up for the channel. So anyhow, those are the cards, specific cards and or boxes I'm looking for. And then the next list is a list of booths that I want to visit. And there's a handful. I can go through these quickly. Card Dealer Pro, which I've talked about on the main show. I use that to scan cards and to put them in. I do a lot of really low end cards that I sell for $1.65, and they're Andres Galarraga, minor stars, that sort of stuff, which a lot of people don't list. I can make a few cents on. I can buy those super duper cheap, make a few cents on them. And part of my love in the hobby is buying and selling cards and then shipping cards and stuff like that. So I really do enjoy that part of it. So I get to do that enjoyable part of the hobby, and also make a little bit of money off of them. and do the shipping, all that sort of stuff. So that's a lot of fun. ComC, I met a rep at our local card show, and I'm not going to show his name. This is his business card. His name's on the other side. But I met a local rep, or a rep who is like a traveling rep, goes around to areas and stuff like that. And I talked to him, and I'm going to reach out to him and say, hey, listen, I'm going to the national, and I just would like to meet up, and maybe we can get a beer, talk a little more about ComC. He had some really cool stuff to say. I asked him something that he probably gets asked a lot, which was, the size of their warehouse, which, I forget exactly. I think he said like 6 football fields, like stacked, side by side or something like that. So just a wild thing. And I would love to sit down and just chat with him about ComC, about his role at ComC and that sort of stuff. So that'd be a lot of fun. I also want to go to the BCW booth. I'm a big fan of Ultra Pro, big fan of, excuse me, big fan of a lot of different companies in the hobby, but these, for some reason, BCW, these team set bags, I've gravitated toward these way over the Ultra Pros. I love them. They're a little bit longer, and they're great. I bought six packs of these at the last local card show here in central Pennsylvania, and they're the ones. So I'm definitely going to stop by there. I'm not sure they're not giving out like monster boxes or 5,000 count boxes or anything like that, but I want to stop by and let them know that I like their stuff and see if they have anything free they're giving away, or maybe they have some deals on some stuff. So anyhow, there's that. Next, the Upper Deck. You see these two here. Upper Deck is, Joe just opened a bunch of the Fleer Ultra Wolverine stuff, which is amazing. He had opened the Fleer Ultra Avengers earlier this year or last year, whenever it was. So they're doing some really cool stuff, and I like their hockey products too. They're using all those old IPs really, really well. So I'm definitely going to stop by and if they're set up there, obviously, I'm going to stop by there. Fanatics, of course, there's no lack of Fanatic stuff in front of you right now. No lack of Fanatics fanboyism from me as the current owners of Topps. Topps for me is cards, like it is and has been cards for me. That they bought Topps is just means that they are now linked with what I consider to be cards. So definitely going to try to see them. Wild card, you see here, I have these two boxes. I have the Super Chrome rookies from 1993. I bought this box from Mike. I don't remember what I paid for it. Then I got this box of 1992 Wild Card Series 2 with this 1,000 stripe Barry Sanders in the front. I'd love to pull something like that. That'd be wild. The price on it was $9.99 at some point. I think I paid $20 for it, $25 for it. I got it in a group of other old vintage retro boxes, and I really as much as I look forward to this, I look forward to opening up that box at some point too. So that's definitely cool. So I'm gonna stop by and realize it's a different wild card, but they're also doing new and cool things, and I would like to stop by, I see what they're showing there, because they are doing some I don't want to say weird. They're doing interesting, unique things, and I want to see if they have anything, like they're trying to say, hey, check this out at their booth. I think it'd be awesome to do. And then Leaf, again, the same thing, the new ownership and stuff like that, and they're also kind of pushing boundaries on their edge, and they kind of have to, because with Fanatics, Panini right now, and then Fanatics in a couple of years having all control of everything, you kind of have to do that. The next thing I'm going to do is I want to meet some YouTube personalities, some people, some friends of the channel, obviously, people we've had on, people we haven't had on for sure. Chris Sewell, baseball card collector, investor, dealer, in that order. Dustin, sports card dad. Obviously, Dustin, huge helper for our growing our channel. Like he, one of the first people. Him and Ziggy No, who's also on my list. They're two of the people who kind of pushed us at the beginning, and their encouragement and their sharing, talking about us with their fan bases and stuff really has helped keep us going. Got us excited about what we were doing, and that we knew we were having fun, but knowing that our fun was also being heard and witnessed by people on the other side of the cameras, really that meant a lot to us. And then Adam from the Dollar Box, who I've talked about him a couple times on the show, the main podcast, and a couple of our shows. The Dollar Box is one of my favorite channels. He's a low end seller. He started out being just a Brett Favre seller, where he had a huge Brett Favre collection. He was selling all of his duplicates, and kind of advanced to selling more of the low end, more like volume type stuff. Now he's actually got to the point now where he's got so many listings and stuff that he is concentrating more on little bit mid-range, a little bit higher end. 4.5, 4.5 is not high end, of course, for most people, but a little bit higher than the very, very low end stuff. And he's actually doing it full time. Works out, actually just remodeled his basement he's been doing it full time for a year. Just remodeled his basement to turn it into more of a card shop / workspace for himself. Really cool story. He's got some really, really fun videos. Highly recommended. Mike Summer from Wax Pack Hero, Wax Pack Hero, who he had on the show. I think he did 8 questions with us, and he might have done a regular show with us. I can't remember exactly, but he's awesome. I love his podcast. His podcast is one of my favorites, and it's the nice thing is it's kind of bite sized. I think it's like 15 minutes usually, maybe even less, and so that's one that I always make time for every week. And he talks about some interesting stuff. He's able to fit a lot of information into a short amount of time, talking about his journey. Really, really fun. Hopefully he's there. I'm not sure. I should probably reach out to him and see if he's going to be there for sure. Dr. James Beckett. I've reached out to him and on email. I've actually conversed with him on email a couple times, and I want to meet him. I can find him at the dollar boxes. Me and Mike are definitely one of the dollar boxes, if nothing else, just to witness them and see how many people are there. If there's an open space, we're definitely going to hop in. I think Mike's going to hop in regardless if there's an open space or not. He might elbow his way in there, but I'm definitely going to check it out. And I want to see if Dr. Beckett's there for sure. And his buddy Rich Klein, who I think they're kind of like I don't want to say they're attached at the hip, but they're two longtime friends in the hobby, and he's somebody else we'll meet. And then John Newman from Sports Card Nation. And he does card mentions as well, and he's somebody who I've listened to his podcast. He's another person who, like weekly, kind of like listening to his podcast, and I like a lot of his takes. He's like a New York guy. His favorite player growing up was Thurman Munson, and so I want to meet him and shake his hand and thank him for everything he's done. And he's a really cool guy. And that's it for my list, my 3, and then I have my miscellaneous quests, which I will talk about them after the show's over. So thanks a lot. Have a good day.